I was pretty angry for a while after a breakup, and I kind of had an epiphany. I was like, you know, if I just keep blocking everybody, how do I find somebody that's like, what am I gonna do? Like, I kind of had to like say, okay, back up a little bit, be a little bit less selective. I don't know if that's the right word.
It's not about being selective. Here's the thing. How about just giving a guy more of an opportunity to show you what he is instead of left swipe?
Right.
That's honestly the difference. There's tons of great data that's on this. When men and women know each other for a longer period of time, you see women actually date guys.
More attractive.
Well, they become more attractive, but you'll see women will say, I'm only dating 5'11" and then date 5'8" when they know this guy for 9 months.
Yeah.
And so that's what happens. When you have that situation, it's called an unfamiliar environment to a familiar environment. If you guys want to know, because we've proposed a lot of problems, that is the solution, is for men to create familiar environments for women to get to know them. And in doing so, that's when the dude who's not traditionally attractive ends up dating the beautiful woman. Go ahead.
Just to provide an anecdote to that, I was a waitress in strip club forever. And you would see like the ugliest managers, guys that in the real, what we call the real world, would never have a shot with an attractive girl, all of a sudden have, you know, maybe not a million options, but, you know, you even have a guy that's frumpy and nasty. He's got some girls
Dave,
that are...
I'm right here. I'm saying right here. And these things hurt.
They're comfortable and they're not really...
But yeah, but you see these, and you know, like in a strip club, especially if you're working them, you know, the waitresses and the dancers and bartenders are seeing you every single day. You develop that rapport with them. All of a sudden, you know, that 2 or 3 out in the wild, you know, is now you know, attractive. And you even see girls that will compete for these guys. They'll get jealous over these guys just because of the proximity that these guys have to them.
I think also I think that's like the expectation of everything too. It's like, if I do something, what am I going to get out of this? How am I going to benefit from this? Okay, if I go out tonight with my girlfriends, I'm supposed to go and have a good time. That's supposed to be the idea. But it's like, okay, how am I going to benefit from this? Who's going to let me sit in their section? Who's going to who's going to pay for my drinks all night? Is there going to be somebody there that, you know, could take me out later or something? You know what I mean? Like, it's always the expectation. It's not about like just going out and being, you know, just having fun. Yeah. I know. Like,
off your phone.
Yeah. That too. And like dancing, like the dance floors are like, they should just remove them now at clubs. Cause like nobody's dancing. Everybody's just walking around, looking at everybody, seeing what everybody else is doing, see who's getting bottles over there. Oh, let's go run over there now. Cause they
put more tables in.
Like,
yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm coming out tonight, if I'm going to get dressed up and I'm going to come out tonight to the club, there has to be, I have to benefit somehow.
There's that. And then there's also what Lolo said, which is the concept of like, you want, these guys are boring to you. And then you find a guy that's very intriguing to you, but you forget that he's also, if he's intriguing to you, then he's intriguing to other women, and therefore he has options. And it's not like a line like this. It's like no options, all the options. That's how it works for men. There's this status poverty line that when guys get across, it's great. And it generally, I know you guys keep talking about money. It actually has more to do with other women finding you attractive. Yeah. It has to do with mate choice copying. Like, you can take broke men, and if other women find that man attractive.
I was also going to say too, I saw someone in the chat be like, oh yeah, strip club managers have make a lot of money. I'm like, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. These girls aren't dating them for their money.
Yeah, I can tell you from firsthand experience, they do not make a lot.
So I have a question though. Like, who broke up with who though? At the end of the day, right? There's got to be a reason that the other party is feeling some type of...
What are you talking about? What specific thing are you talking about?
In general, if you were to be in a relationship, right, and you want to sit there and play the blame game, right? Who broke up with who for whatever reason?
Hold on. For about 4 out of 5 times, it's a woman breaking up with a man.
Is that an actual stat?
Yeah. So in general, it is.
Because of why?
Because a woman is involved.
No, well, actually, so it's funny that you bring. It's funny you bring this up.
Because the woman is
the divorce
confident enough to leave because they were doing something.
Because she's neurotic.
No. Sometimes that is the case. The problem with that is this: the divorce rate in this country is 56%, and about 73% of those divorces are initiated by women. When lesbians get married, they get divorced at 73% also. So when women don't even have men to blame, they get divorced at the exact same rate, which means the problem might not actually be men. It might actually be that women's standards
guys
are the way,
like homosexual guys who get married stay together.
Yeah.
That's what,
gay men get married at like 28%. Divorced at 28%.
With a woman for 7 years, we were extremely happy.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's, if you don't mesh, you don't mesh. And, you know, there's certain things you guys fight about. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It should be mature. Like, okay, this isn't working.
More things bother girls.
Men let things go.
So there are actually studies on this. Women have more of an aversion to certain smells and disgust than men do. So like, yes, but you're talking about the ick.
Avulsion.
like a
Hormone.
sense of avulsion, like the smell of sulfur, spiders, snakes. Women have more of an avulsion to those things, and it has to do with the fact that they gestate children. That's an evolutionary adaptation that women have. The other adaptation that women have is that they're more picky than men because they have more to lose if they end up pairing with the wrong man.
Hypervigilant.
So you guys understand, I'm not blaming anyone for women being picky, but I'm also not going to stick my fucking head in the sand and act like the reason why these divorces are happening isn't because women are very picky. In the 1970s, a professor named Robert Trivers came up with this concept called parental investment hypothesis. In every two gender species, the gender that has the largest cell is always going to be the more selective. But the other part of it is that the other gender is going to compete for the first gender's sexual access. And in Homo sapiens, it's very obvious the more picky gender is females, and the ones that are competing with each other for access to females are men. And so that's what ends up happening. The thing is, we just can't ignore the fact that this is happening. And no, I think probably half the time the dude shit, and half the time the girl just left because she saw a Drake video, or she got a DM from a center fielder, or her ex-boyfriend can play power forward and he messaged her, or she went to a
They don't know
Tyga
what they
video
want.
shoot,
Yeah.
or something happened, or she saw a cute guy at work and she left her perfectly good man for that. That's what I think about half the time it's happening as well.
Yeah.
That's just my point. And the point is with the pandering is that it's never women's fault. And by the way, there's some guys out there that it's never men's fault either. I think it's men's fault, women's fault the same, or it's no one's fault. It's Charles Darwin's fault.